Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Unacademy's YouTube channel and welcome to today's session. I'm Lakshmi Kushwaha, your educator for Code 55 on Unacademy's platform. So today's session, we are going to do the important MCQs, rather I would say the PYQs, which have been already asked in the PSU's exam. The focus of this particular class is to make you more familiar that what kind of questions are asked in exam if you're preparing for PSUs. So most welcome to this channel, most welcome to today's class. I am Lakshmi Kushwaha, a verified educator on Unacademy where I teach subject code 55. That is your industrial relation, human resource management, and any exam if you're preparing for PSU, PhD, if you're preparing for NTA NET in human resource management, and any such other exam like we have ALC and any such other exam which is having labor legislation as a subject, you can follow my courses on Unacademy. I'm NET qualified, holding 4.5 years of professional experience and 3 years of teaching. On Unacademy, it provides a platform to learn daily basis in the live session, get your doubts clear, have a personalized guidance through the iconic subscription. So you can go for the iconic subscription, either for the plus subscription, where you can prepare your studies or prepare yourself more nicely. All you have to do is subscribe to the plus or iconic. These are the benefit. The code that you have to use is Lakshmi K Live whenever you subscribe for the plus sessions or the iconic, right? These are the prices for the iconic and these are the prices for the iconic plus and these are the prices for the iconic. All you have to do is use the code Lakshmi K Live. Special classes, it happens on Unacademy's free platform. These are the special classes, absolutely free. Right now we have completed the theories and more of PYQs of the PSUs almost. I'm going to cover the 12 or plus PSUs, their PYQs, which will help you for the preparation of PSUs exam. All you have to do is use the code Lakshmi K Live. If you are the first time user of the special class, to unlock your special classes absolutely free. So this was all about the special classes, all about the classes, all about me. So let's now focus on today's topic. Today's basic objective of this class is to do the MCQs, PYQs related to PSUs. There are number of upcoming PSUs exams, and all of you know, being an HR student, you all know that how common the HRM subject is for the PSUs exams as well. So without any delay, good morning everyone. Payal, good morning. Mansi, good morning. Suma, good morning. Shubha, good morning. So Suma, again, good morning. Khushbu, good morning. Welcome to the class, everyone. Right? Chalo, anyone else in the session? Good morning and everyone, welcome to the class. Let's start the question. I hope everything is very clear. Everything is audible and visible clearly to everyone. There is no background sound, no disturbance. Do let me know if everything is clear. Sonam, good morning. If there is any issue regarding the visibility of the content, I would request you to upgrade or आपका resolution आपके YouTube channel का YouTube का settings का आप change कर दो, थोड़ा सा बढ़ा दो, ठीक है? Fine. So the first question is all questions that we are going to do today has been asked previously in some of the PSU exam for the position of management trainee, human resource management. Human resources. So the first question is the change related phenomena resisted by the organization in order to maintain an equilibrium is known as conformity to norms, homeostasis, self-destruct, insecurity and regression. Answer to this question and then I would explain you what is the correct answer. Waiting for your answer in the comment section. Payal have answered as homeostasis. Okay. Others? Surekha has answered as 2. Yes. So the answer for this is homeostasis. Homeostasis is actually a kind of instability or a resistance. Okay? A change resistant. When homeostasis is a change in equilibrium, a process of equilibrium, not change in equilibrium, but the process of equilibrium, where everything, input and output within the organization is at equilibrium position. So a change to the resistance, here the question is asking something which is opposite to the change, something which is resisting the change is equilibrium, and that phenomena is called as the homeostasis. Clear? So let's move to the next question. Sometimes your behavior results in congruent response from the another person. Such behavior is referred to as congruent, similar. Perceptual bias, response evocation, perceptual defense, response mechanism. So when you have a congruency response with another, it's okay, Jagriti. Chalo. Sometimes your behavior results in congruent. Congruency का मतलब होता है same. So what is that? Perceptual bias, response evocation, perceptual defense, and response mechanism. Chalo, Mansi has named as 1, Suma has named Payal 1, Khushbu 1. Okay, let's see the correct answer. It is called as the response evocation. Congruency. See, sometimes your behavior result. अगर आपने maths में during 8th and 9th standard, if you have studied the congruent angles का मतलब होता है the angles with the same degree, they are congruent to each other, similar to each other. ठीक है, ये angles यहाँ पे ये similar हो सकते हैं ये. So when they are similar, congruent, so the congruent responses from the another response, such behavior is referred as response evocation. ठीक है. An organizational situation in which one change sets off other change owing to interdependence of various subsystems is known as. जब आपका एक change itself causes the changes for other things in the organization, this is called as boogie whip syndrome, dominoes effect, rigor mortis, halo effect. एक चेंज से बाकी चेंजेस होते जा रहे हैं. ट्राई टू लिंक. आई होप यू वुड बी एबल टू. Sonam has answered as 4. ठीक है. Payal has answered as 2. Domino effect. Shobha has okay. Yes, that is called as domino. How many of you have played a domino? खेला है ना. एक को धक्का मारते हैं तो बाकी गिरते चले जाते हैं. डोमिनोस खेले हैं ना सभी ने. So if you kick one, if you make something, पहले को गिराओगे बाकी गिरते जाएंगे. ठीक है. तो इनको नहीं सुना है, I will explain it. So answer for this is domino effect. जब एक चेंज आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में लेके आओगे, when you bring one change, that one change itself will cause other things to change. That is called as the domino effect. Now there are some of the synodrome. ठीक है, बहुत सारे सिनोड्रम होते हैं चेंजेस के. जस्ट या चेंजेस ऑफ सम ऑफ द सिनोड्रम ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल माल एडजस्टमेंट. माल एडजस्टमेंट इज ऑटोमेटिक एडजस्टमेंट. तो बिगी विप, व्हाट इज दिस? क्लीनिंग टू ऑब्सोल्यूट प्रोडक्ट्स, सर्विसेज एंड प्रैक्टिसेस which no longer have potential for sustaining the livelihood. So what is this boogie whip syndrome? A syndrome where the organization is clinging to absolute. Absolute का मतलब होता है जिसकी रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं है मार्केट में, वो कोई चीज ही या आपको आउटपुट प्रोड्यूस करके नहीं दे रहा है. स्टिल यू आर स्टिकिंग, यू आर क्लिंगिंग टू दोस प्रोडक्ट्स एंड सर्विसेज. दैट प्रैक्टिस इज कॉल्ड एज द boogie whip syndrome. Next here is gigor mortis. Gigor mortis is condition of inertia and constricted actively prevail primary organization value in structure and order. So it is a condition of inertia. हर एक organization की, every organization has got an inertia. Inertia is what? A tendency of a body to remain in certain rest और motion. यानी जिस स्टेट में वो अभी है उसी स्टेट में रहने की इनर्शिया होती है. Every organization, when changes are introduced to it, it automatically shows an inertia of resistance. वो resistance show करती है, and this is because उसकी अपनी खुद की स्टेबिलिटी बनाने की इनर्शिया बन जाती है, दैट इज रिगर मोर्टिस. क्लियर? एंड द लास्ट वन, डोमिनो, यू हैव अंडरस्टूड, एंड अदर यू कैन जस्ट गो थ्रू ऑल ऑफ देम. They are important from the exam point of view. Good morning, Jitendra ji. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following principles connotes union in strength? Unity of command, E spirit, D corpus, and span of control, locus of control. Chalo. Unity in strength. Unity in strength. Union in strength. Sorry. Union in strength. Union is strength. Ekagrata or unity is an strength. Chalo. Maximum of you have answered B. Yes, the answer for this is E spirit, D corpus. This is the principle given by the Henry Fayol. 14 principles of the management given by Henry Fayol. This is one of them. Unity of command says a command coming from only one employee, one particular supervisor or one particular leader. Span of control is how many a supervisor or a manager, how many subordinate he can have within his team. That is span of control. Locus of control. Now span can be narrow, can be flat. Narrow matlab kam log, one supervisor, one subordinate, one supervisor, one subordinate. Flat means one supervisor, number of the subordinate. Locus of control is internal and external. When my locus of control is internal, इसका मतलब मैं किसी के बोलने में नहीं आती हूँ. I have my own locus of control, internal locus of control. External locus of control, as the environment change, as the things changes, I get influence and I change. That is your external locus of control. Okay, so the answer for this is option number 2. Next question. Which of the following is a functional strategy of coping with the role stress? So, what is the functional strategy of coping with the role stress? Role visibility, role integration, role erosion, role shrinkage. First thing, try to answer this question and we'll explain the terms. Yes, Mansi has explained role integration, functional strategy of coping with the role stress. Shobha has answered 2, Sangeeta has answered 2, Payal 2, Jitendra 2. Yes, it is the role integration, role stress. When a stress is, what is the stress? A mental or a cognitive disbalance. या आपको जब pressure, when a pressure is caused by an external thing on your mind, that is called as stress. Now stress can be of two types, SU stress, distress. SU stress is positive and distress is negative. Now role stress is when you are into certain role. So if I am an educator, so being an educator, my role, and also I am a teacher. So I am an educator as well as mother. So these two different roles, while being into the educator or while being into the mother, I can have or feel certain stress. So in order to remove coping the stress is role integration. Integrate karo. Clear? Let's move to the next question. Process of using a single trait of an individual and drawing a general impression about him or her is called stereotyping, halo effect, amoeba syndrome, competency mapping. Chalo. Very common question. PYQs in NTA NET. Number of times asked in number of PSUs. So very common and important question. Stereotyping, halo effect, amoeba syndrome, and competency mapping. Halo effect. Correct. So answer for this is halo effect. Maximum of you have answered correct. Stereotyping is when on the group basis, when complete एक group के basis पे, when you generalize persons, every person कि ये इस particular group से आया है तो ये ऐसा ही होगा. Halo effect on his general one trait. This is usually one trait, positive trait, you make a general impression. हाँ ये तो अच्छा ही होगा. Opposite of halo effect is horn effect. This is negative. When one negative behavior, one negative trait, you create a general impression. Competency mapping, a mapping. Competencies is knowledge, skills, abilities that I hold is called as the competency mapping. So competency mapping means when you are able to map the capital or the people within the organization as per their skills, abilities, and knowledge. That is competency mapping. Now, what do you mean by amobia syndrome? It is lack of strong direction from top executive, not enough structure, order, or the guidance. See, amobia सबने देखा है. Have you seen the amobia? That is shapeless. Amobia is shapeless, right? वो कहीं पे भी जाता है. It can move in any direction. So amobia syndrome is when organization is not having any direction, it is not having proper structure, not proper order or the guidance, and it is doing, everyone is doing whatever they want. It is heading unknowingly, knowingly, it is heading wherever it wants. That is amobia effect. Clear? Chalo, let's move to the next question. 9-9 leadership style as per the managerial grid is called country club style, team style, middle road style, task style. So this is given by Blake and Mountain. And this is a managerial grid of leadership. Chalo, 9-9. He has given a grid ranging from 0 to 1, 0 to 9. और उसके बीच में उन्होंने 5 बेसिक. There can be actually 81. So try to answer this. 9-9 is what? Jitendra have answered as team. Good. Team. Yes, Shobha, team has, Jagriti has answered team. Okay. Suma, understand it. What is 9-9? The answer for this is team. Okay. So the grid is this way. Clear? So the grid is 0, 9, here 9. Okay. So this is how it is. So actually 1, 1. Sorry, 0 nahi hai, 1 hai. 1 to 9, then 1 to 9 and 1 to 9. So sorry. Okay. 1, 1. 1, 9 is, see, this is, so Blake, I will explain you the things. Blake and Mountain has divided the leadership style. Okay, leadership style. His leadership style is an behavioral, based on behavior. He has given a behavioral leadership style. For that, he has given an managerial grid. This managerial grid is divided into an grid on the basis of 2 factors, concern for people and concern for the task. This is concern for people and concern for the task. When it is 1-1, means improvised, a person who is neither concerned for task, neither concerned for the leader. Here it is 9 for 9. 1 is for task. Sorry, 1. Yeah, it is 9 here and 1. So here is, he is more concerned, or rather 1-9 hona chahiye. He is less concerned about the task and more concerned about the people. 9-9, this is the team where he is concerned for both the things. This is 9-1, he is concerned more for task, less for people. 5-5 is the mid, beach ka hai. Clear? 9-1 is task. Clear? Chalo, let's move to the next. In which of the following control method, social characteristics like values, commitments, traditions, and shared beliefs are used to control the behavior? So there are the different types of the control. This we have already studied. मैंने आपको ये explain किया हुआ है. We have studied this. Actually, it is a part of the unit number 1, managerial function control. And in the control, we have done different types of the control. We have done different stages of control. So when it comes to controlling the social characteristics like values, commitment, traditions, yes, correct. Many of you got it correct. The answer for this is clan control. Bureaucratic control is the control of bureaucracy. Bureaucracy का मतलब होता है impersonality, where everything is as per rules, regulations, and so on. No personal thing is given importance. Everything is controlled through rules and regulations. Corrosive, when you are threatening someone, किसी को डरा रहे हो, किसी को धमका रहे हो, that is corrosive. Locus of control, again internal and external. ठीक है, let's move to the next. A formal communication network which can represent 5-level hierarchy and communication can take place only upward and downward across the organization lines may be termed as a formal communication network. So when we say communication is a share of information, there is a receiver, there is a sender. So a kind of a network where there are 5 levels of hierarchy and communication can take place only upward and downward. Upward and downward. So this is called as what kind of communication hierarchy or communication network? Yes, chain. Circle में क्या होता है? This. This is your circle network. So this person can communicate with him. He can communicate only with him. This is your circle. Chain is this, upward and downward. Wheel is there would be a centralized and this way the communication happens. This is wheel. Y is this. So these are the you can say the management or these are the subordinate or this is moreover drawn like this. या ऐसे बना लो या ऐसे बना लो. So there are these two subordinate who reports to this supervisor who reports to the manager. So that is your Y network. Let's move to the next question. Employees are given a chance to indicate an interest in an announced position through a chance to indicate an interest in an announced position through job posting, job specification, job analysis, job description. Difference between 1 and 3. शोभा इसके पहले का question will explain you. पहले ये आंसर करो. Employees are given chance to indicate, जहां पे वो अपना इंटरेस्ट शो करते हैं in the announced position. What is this called as? Something is being announced, a position is being announced by the organization. An employee is showing an interest into it. Yes, Mansi, correct. That is called as the job posting. So when the employer is posting a certain job, obviously the employee show the interest into that. So that is your job posting. Yeah, you wanted to understand between the circle and wheel. शोभा, सर्कल का मतलब होता है बीच में सेंट्रलाइज नहीं होगा, केवल एक एम्प्लॉय, ये एम्प्लॉय अपने एडजेसेंट लोगों से ही कन्वर्स कर सकता है, उससे ज्यादा नहीं. व्हील में देयर वुड बी अ सेंट्रल पर्सन टू मेक द डिसीजन. डन. चलो लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. व्हाट इज मेंट बाय द term union density? The number of workers whose pay is set by collective bargaining, a proportion of the workers who are union member, a total number of the workers who are the union member, a proportion of the workers who are not the member of trade union. What do you mean by density? So हमने ये physics में पढ़ा है, volume, density, ये सारी चीजें. So what is density? Union density. When something is Mansi, okay, C, who have answers 2 and Suma. The answer for this is option number 3. The total of the number of the workers who are union member. See, union density का मतलब होता है ये पर्टिकुलर, ठीक है, ये पर्टिकुलर एक यू कैन से लोकेशन है, ठीक है, ये लोकेशन है या फिर ये पर्टिकुलर एक यूनियन है. इस यूनियन के अंदर में वी हैव सपोज लेट्स से ए इंडस्ट्री, बी इंडस्ट्री. सो व्हाट इज द डेंसिटी ऑफ ए इंडस्ट्री इन यूनियन? सो हाउ मेनी मेंबर्स ऑफ इंडस्ट्री ए आर द मेंबर ऑफ दिस ट्रेड यूनियन? तो यहाँ पे अगर मैं कहती हूँ दैट the density of the industry A is more in this trade union, it means what? The number of A industry is more, they are more in this particular union. Clear? And B is less, so they are less. Chalo, let's move to the next. The term sabbatical is concerned with, this we have done earlier also, ये नेट का PYQ भी है, क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Casual leave, paternity leave, quarantine leave, paid leave for the study, sabbatical. is concerned with what? Yes. Chalo, let's move. This is when you get an paid leave for study, that is called as sabbatical leave. ये ज्यादातर एग्जीक्यूटिव, ठीक है, एग्जीक्यूटिव जो मैनेजमेंट प्रोग्राम करते हैं उन केसेस में भी मिलता है. आप स्टडी के लिए गए हो तो आपको पेड लीव्स मिल जाते हैं. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. 360-degree feedback involves an appraisal by line manager, subordinate, superior, anyone who is in directly contact with the appraisee. So what is the 360-degree appraisal? Very, very simple, and again, number of times repeatedly asked question in exam. Correct. So the answer is anyone who is directly in contact with the appraisee, means a person whose appraisal is to be done, is the 360-degree feedback. To retain the executive senior, executive, to retain the chief, senior executive in an organization, which one is an appropriate strategy? Silver parachute, golden parachute, bronze parachute, none of this. तो किसी सीनियर को, सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव को विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन होल्ड करना इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? वेरी गुड. सो वी हैव स्टडीड दिस अर्लियर आल्सो. या, the answer for this is golden parachute. Golden handshake, we have golden handshake, we have golden parachute, we have golden cuff. What is cuff? आने वाले आगे क्वेश्चन है, हम समझेंगे. पैराशूट का मतलब होता है दैट व्हाट हैपन, द एग्जीक्यूटिव, सीनियर मैनेजमेंट एग्जीक्यूटिव या सीनियर पोजीशन पीपल, if this organization is being acquired or if this organization is in bad condition and this executive person wants to leave, वो छोड़ रहा है, तो उसको रोकने के लिए विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन दिस इज कॉल्ड एज द गोल्डन पैराशूट. नहीं नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, दे आर जस्ट टू कंफ्यूज यू. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. अ स्टार एम्प्लॉय इज वन. चलो, ये हमारा मैकेंसी का ग्रेड है. A star employee is one. High performance and high in potential, low in performance and low in potential, high in performance and low in potential, low in potential, low in performance and high in potential. So that was quick. Everyone have answered good. So one who is star obviously would be the high as well as high in potential as well as in high performance. This kind of grid is used in succession planning. ठीक है, एक सक्सेशन प्लानिंग का ग्रिड है जिसके अंदर में आप स्टार पढ़ते हो, हॉर्स पढ़ते हो, जिसमें पोटेंशियल परफॉर्मर पढ़ते हो. देयर आर नंबर ऑफ द combinations which can happen. Now, as per the payment of bonus act, an employee shall be entitled for the bonus provided she has worked in the establishment for not less than dash working days in a year. करेक्ट रूमा, डेड वुड भी है, राइट. चलो क्विकली लेट मी नो. Bonus act. So if the employer have to give the bonus to someone, the employee must complete how many days? What is the eligibility? Correct. The answer for this is 30 days. Now please remember, under the bonus act, the bonus act is applicable in those establishments or those employees who are drawing the wages which are not exceeding 21,000 or more, and the employees who have completed or has been working at least for 30 days in an organization receives the bonus. And when the bonus is paid, so paid, when it is coming to the calculation of bonus, the wage ceiling is 7,000. In case a person who is not eligible for the bonus, means not completed 30 days, in that case the employer can give him as an extra gratia. Okay, so that is complete about the bonus act. Next question. Theory X of motivation states that Douglas McGregor has given theory X and theory Y of motivation. What is theory X? Workers prefer to be directed. Worker exercise self-direction and self-control. Workers have inherent liking for work. All of this. X. X is negative, Y is positive. Yes. The answer for this is to be directed. X is positive. This kind of people require an external motivation. उनको externally direction चाहिए. वो internally self-directed नहीं होते. Why people are self-directed? They are self-controlled. They are liking the work. These people avoid the work. They need to be threatened and so on. Okay, so that is your positive. X is your they need to be directed. Next question. Welfare officers are to be appointed in an organization engaging. So this is as per the Factories Act. कितने होने चाहिए? Yes, correct. That's what Shobha. You can. Why not C? We'll see that question once. Correct. So the answer for this is 500 or more employees. C nahi hai. Why not C? Mansi. Workers have inherent के mean मतलब internal. They internally liking for the work. It is inherent with them. उनके अंदर है, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है. ठीक है, ऐसा नहीं होता है. इनहेरेंट नहीं होता है एक्स वाले इसमें, उनमें वो लाइकिंग ही नहीं होती, वो अवॉइड करते हैं. वाई वाले जो पीपल होते हैं वो इनहेरेंटली लाइक करते हैं. ठीक है, दे आर सेल्फ डायरेक्टेड. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. As per the Factories Act 1948, canteen facility should be provided in a factory where more than dash workers are employed. Chalo. Canteen facility. Rajat, you are wrong. Yes. The answer for this is more than 250. Chalo. Now I will ask you, ambulance कहाँ पे आएगा? Ambulance is 500 or more. Cool drinking water is 250 or more, right? So more than 250 actually. More than 250 अगर है तो cool drinking water. Ambulance is 500 and more. Then और क्या बचा? First aid is 150 or more. 1000 is safety officer, right? This is what you need to remember. 150 is shelter, restroom, ये सारा है. 150 or more is shelter. ठीक है, this is all you need to remember about the Factories Act. Next question. The performance appraisal is a part of career development and consists of regular reviews and feedback on employees. Where it is to be done? Within organization, within labor department, within labor union, within department. None of the above. So career development का part है performance appraisal. So where the performance appraisal has to be done, which require regular reviews and feedback. Within organization, within Plantation Act में welfare officer है. Yes, it is there. 300. Who asked me? 300 is plantation officer. Plantation में welfare. Department. The answer for this is within department. जब आप feedback की बात करोगे, जब आप regular review की बात करोगे, the feedback has to be given on the departmental basis. ठीक है, let's move to the next. Collective bargaining is which of the following? So what do you mean by collective bargaining? A process of negotiation between employer and employee representative to determine the condition of employment. A process of consultation between the employees to decide their preferred wages and conditions of employment. When management impose wage conditions of the employment upon employees, none of the above. Performance management is organizational level. Yes, शोभा. ठीक है. डिपार्टमेंटल, जब आप अप्रेजल की बात करते हो ना, पूरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की बात नहीं करोगे, आप डिपार्टमेंट के ही लेवल पे करोगे. Yes. The answer for this is option number A. A process of negotiation between the employee and employer's representative to determine their working conditions, wages, salary, welfare, health, and everything. Very simple definition. Okay. Single table bargaining refers to which of the following situation? So single table bargaining is an example of your collective bargaining or a type of the collective bargaining. So we have single table, or you can call it as the plant. Then you have plant level bargaining, and you have multiple employer bargaining. I will explain all of them. Meanwhile, try to answer this. What is the single table bargaining? A single employer who negotiates with the number of the recognized trade union who represent work in an employee organization. A single employer who negotiates with just one trade union recognized by employing organization. Collective negotiation which cover a number of organizations and one union in a single industry. Collective negotiation between one employer and one recognized trade union. Yes. Suma has answered 2. Sonam has answered 2. Okay. Let's see the correct. A single employer who negotiates with number of the trade unions who represent a workers in an employing organization. Okay. अब सिंगल टेबल में एक एम्प्लॉयर होता है. Okay, now. No, this is not the correct answer. This is the correct answer. Sorry, the answer B is the correct. 2 is correct. सिंगल में one employer, one trade union. ठीक है. प्लांट में it is one employer, multiple trade union. ठीक है. And multiple employer में है collective negotiation which cover number of organization. नहीं, number of organization या number of the employer and number of the trade unions. यहाँ पे वो option नहीं दिया हुआ है. Sorry for this. This is not the correct answer. The correct answer is option number 2. सिंगल टेबल होता है एक एम्प्लॉयर, वन ट्रेड यूनियन. Yes, Jen, it is there. चलो, let's move to the next question. Vroom's VIE theory of work motivation has been named from the following 3 components. चलो, VIE क्या है? Quickly let me know. Very easy, the easiest question. Correct. Balance, instrumentality, expectancy, Vroom's theory. So this is then motivation theory. Motivation theory can be divided into 2. Content theory and need-based theory. And one is the process theory. This is your Vroom's theory is the part of the process theory, which is having balance, instrumentality and expectancy. Which statement is not correct? Suitable about training and development. You have to find out which is not correct. In case of the आंसर में एक ही है. शोभा, आई विल चेक इट. जरूरी नहीं है, कई बार आंसर रॉन्ग भी दिया हो सकता है. कई बार उसको ये भी किया जाता है ना, चैलेंज भी किया जाता है. We'll check that particular one again and then we'll let you. So in the case of a training, in areas of attitude, behavior, skills, etc., benefits are intangible. Training activities in organization have become an integral part of its functioning. Evaluation of training by cost to benefit analysis is not a reality. Effectiveness of training is largely determined by attitude of organization. Not correct. The effectiveness of training is largely determined by attitude of the organization. No. The effectiveness of training is realized by the what you can say, the behavior outcome. Evaluation of the training by cost benefit analysis is non-reality. ठीक है, नॉन रियलिटी का मतलब क्या हम इफेक्टिवनेस ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, आपने इवैल्यूएशन पढ़ा है ना, इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ ट्रेनिंग, what is evaluation of training, whether the training program was successful or not. So cost benefit analysis is non reality, not correct बताना है. So this is not correct, this is actually Kirkpatrick behavior. हाँ, Kirkpatrick का evaluation model में effectiveness of training is largely determined by attitude of organization. No, it is not largely determined. Attitude क्या है organization का, it's not important, but how was your training program, that is important. Evaluation of training and cost to benefit analysis is always non reality. It is sometime, जरूरी नहीं है जो उसने सीखा वो केवल कॉस्ट और बेनिफिट में दिखेगा. There can be some behavioral things also, right? So that is the option number 4. Next question. Which of the following approaches, समझ में नहीं आया, ये कहता है कि कॉस्ट ऑफ बेनिफिट एनालिसिस इज नॉन रियलिटी, मतलब इट्स नॉट ट्रू. नॉन रियलिटी रियल में इतना एप्लीकेबल नहीं होता है. जब आप ट्रेनिंग इवैल्यूएट करते हो, ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम को इवैल्यूएट करते हो, इसको केवल कॉस्ट और बेनिफिट के एनालिसिस से आप इवैल्यूएट नहीं कर सकते कि मैंने कितना खर्चा लगाया और मुझे कितना बेनिफिट. सो इट इज नॉन रियलिटी बिकॉज training is something which is gained over the period of the time for the specific thing. धीरे धीरे, हम भले ही शॉर्ट रन में चलते हैं पर धीरे धीरे जाती है, एकदम से रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा. और इफेक्टिवनेस ट्रेनिंग इज नॉट डिपेंडेंट लार्जली ऑन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एटीट्यूड. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के एटीट्यूड सक्सेस नहीं बताता है. यस, वो उसका पार्ट है, बट इट इज नॉट लार्जली डिटरमाइंड. इट इज अ पार्ट बट इट इज नॉट लार्जली डिटरमाइंड. द लार्जली डिटरमाइंड इज हाउ मच effectiveness the training has done on the results. ठीक है. Next, which of the following approaches assumes that voluntary negotiation between the employers and employees are the means of settling the dispute? चलो, Marxist approach, Giri approach, human relation approach, Gandhian approach. Voluntary negotiation. वेरी सिंपल. यहाँ पे तो कंफ्यूजन के लिए ऑप्शन ही नहीं दिया हुआ है, सो इट्स क्वाइट सिंपल. करेक्ट. द आंसर फॉर दिस इज गिरी अप्रोच. मार्क्स सेड क्लास स्ट्रगल. ठीक है. गिरी सेड वॉलेंट्री नेगोशिएशन, ऑल्सो कॉल्ड कलेक्टिव बार्गेनिंग. ठीक है. गांधी जी said voluntary arbitration. Human relation, understanding the humans, understanding the human, that is human relation. Gandhian, हाँ confusing वाला दिया था, sorry. So Gandhian is your voluntary arbitration. ठीक है. Next, which of the following is not true? Task-oriented leadership style emphasizes discipline, rules and regulations generally produce negative reaction. Task-centered leader wants to achieve result at any cost. A critical leader threatens the people with sanction once they go off the track. An autocratic leader allows the subordinate to plan and do the things on their own. Chalo, you have to answer which is not true. Autocratic leader allow the subordinate to plan and to do the things by themselves. Yes, the answer is 4. Task-centered leader wants to achieve the result any cost. Yes, टास्क ओरिएंटेड जो होते हैं ना, किसी भी कॉस्ट पे, चाहे वो पॉजिटिव वे में चाहे नेगेटिव वे में, उनको रिजल्ट चाहिए. ऑटोक्रेटिक लीडर्स आर टास्क ओरिएंटेड, दे आर सेंट्रलाइज, वो नहीं करेंगे, दे वोंट अलाउ देयर सबऑर्डिनेट टू प्लान, दे वुड मेक एवरीथिंग इन देयर हैंड, मैनेजमेंट में ही डिसीजंस होंगे. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. इन लाइन एंड स्टाफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, staff would help and line would decide. Staff would decide, line would implement. Line would decide, staff would implement. Line and staff would decide and implement. चलो. Suma, what are you doing, Suma? Line managers and staff manager. They are advisory in nature. They are authority, directive, not directive, authoritative. Yes, who is Sonam has answered 1. The Sonam, yes. The answer for this is this 1. Staff is advisory, तो वो help करेगा, और they are authoritative, वो decide करेंगे. Line would decide and staff would implement. Yes, करते हैं, बट हमें डेफिनेशन के साथ जाना है. स्टाफ आर एडवाइजरी, तो इन दोनों के कंपैरिजन में दिस इज गोइंग विद द डेफिनेशन. दिस इज गोइंग विद द डेफिनेशन. हेल्प इज एडवाइजरी, डिसाइड इज अथॉरिटेटिव. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. द डिस्क्रीट सिलेक्शन प्रोसेस डज नॉट इंक्लूड. डिस्क्रीट इज नॉर्मल, इनिशियल स्क्रीनिंग इंटरव्यू, कंप्लीशन ऑफ एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म, एम्प्लॉयमेंट टेस्ट, प्लेसमेंट ऑफ एम्प्लॉय. करेक्ट सोनम. ऑपरेशन वाले इंप्लीमेंट करेंगे. Selection process does not include. Right. Those who have answered D, the answer for this is placement of employee. ये different process है. Selection में only selecting the right candidate. So initial process होगा, completion of form होगा, employment test होगा. Placement is another. Placement after orientation. Job rotation is a technique of financial motivation, non-financial motivation, increasing morale, increasing productivity. So what does the job rotation do? What it is? Financial rotation is from one job to another job, rotating the person. This. Increasing productivity, is it? इससे productivity increase होगी या इसको organization का knowledge होगा? Knowledge of organization increases by job rotation. Morale increase होगा क्या? Is morale and motivation related? A person who is motivated, is it important that he would always have a morale, high morale? The answer is non-financial motivation. See, I may be motivated to do my work. मैं अपने job के लिए motivated हूँ, but it doesn't mean I have a high morale for my organization. I am okay with. So increasing morale is not always related to the motivation. Okay, so the answer for this is non-financial. Rating the employees from best to worst on a particular triad is known as paired comparison, alternative ranking method, graphic rating method, Likert rating method. चलो best to worst on a particular tribe. Oh, sorry, this is marked wrong. It's not pair comparison method. It's actually in the ranking method. ठीक है, 2 है. The answer is 2. Paired comparison में क्या होता है? 2 people. So if there are 4 people in a group, one will be compared to this, then he will be compared to this, will this. So pairing is done. And on basis of pairing, the comparison is done. Graphic rating method, a graph or a line. So 1, 2, 3, this is the graph. So for particular, like say outstanding performance. So you have to rate from 1 to 10. Again, there would be another. So there would be again like initiative. So that is graphic. Likert rating scale is like you neutral. There is always a neutral, agree, disagree, strongly disagree. So this kind of the rating method is called as the Likert rating method. 10, 1, yes, best to worst, correct, Sona. That is alternate ranking method. As per the section 3 of Industrial Dispute Act, the worker committee shall constituted in the every establishment where. So Industrial Dispute Act के हिसाब से वर्कर कमिटी कहाँ फॉर्म होगी? W, वर्क कमिटी. So here worker committee is work committee. Very simple. Correct. The answer is option number 4, that is 100. Who is adolescent as per the Factory Act 1948? Easy question. Who is adolescent as per the Act? Adolescent. One who has completed 15 years of age but less than 18 years, means has not completed the 18 years, he is called as an adolescent. The motivational potential score, MPS, is a measure. So this is a method of job design. Job design के अलग अलग मेथड है, उसमें एक है मोटिवेटिंग पोटेंशियल स्कोर. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जॉब कैरेक्टरिस्टिक मॉडल, जिसके अंदर में 5 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स होते हैं. उन 5 कैरेक्टरिस्टिक से इवॉल्व होके ही मोटिवेटिंग पोटेंशियल स्कोर MPS आता है. So what is MPS? Is calculated on the response of job diagnostic survey, which measures workers' perception on their jobs on each of the core dimension, measure overall potential of a job to foster extrinsic motivation, measure IQ and the workers' overall potential to perform at an optimum level, is calculated using of time and motion studies, which measures workers' efficiency. What is potential? Potential. Answer is option number A. मैंने आपको बताया भी था, इट्स evolved from job design. तो जॉब डायग्नोस्टिक सर्वे होता है. स्किल्स, एबिलिटीज, मोटिवेशन फैक्टर, रिस्टेनिंग, जो 5 डायमेंशंस है, कोर डायमेंशंस ऑफ जॉब कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स, उनके थ्रू आइडेंटिफाई करना दैट व्हाट इज द परसेप्शन, व्हाट ही इज थिंकिंग, उसका मोटिवेशनल स्कोर क्या है. That is option number 1. Okay, so this answer is already given here. Still you can, gratuity is paid to the employee for every completed year of service or a part thereof in excess to 6 months at the rate of 15 days based on the last drawn wages by employees. While calculating the 15 days wages, the number of working days in month. तो हम Gratuity is calculated as last drawn wages multiplied by number of years for the service, right? So this is 26. It's taken as 26. Next. Which acts provide for the medical benefits to the insured employee? Insured employee. Workmen Compensation, Employee State Insurance Act, Maternity Benefit Act, Contract and Labor RA, Regulation and Abolition Act. कहाँ पे इंश्योर्ड एम्प्लॉय को मेडिकल बेनिफिट्स मिलते हैं? वेरी गुड. द आंसर फॉर दिस इज एम्प्लॉय स्टेट इंश्योरेंस एक्ट. करेक्ट. वेरी इजी. टास्क एनालिसिस इन्वॉल्व द फॉलोइंग स्टेप्स एक्सेप्ट contextual, activity, organizational, performance. So when we do and need assessment, we have to do 3 different analysis: task, organization, and one more is there, I'm missing it. ठीक है, एक और करते हैं. लेकिन जब एक टास्क एनालिसिस करते हैं, कौन ऑल ऑफ द फॉलोइंग एक्सेप्ट, क्या नहीं आएगा टास्क एनालिसिस? चलो, वेटिंग फॉर द आंसर्स. व्हेन यू आर एनालाइजिंग द टास्क, कि वो टास्क में करना क्या है, क्या काम होगा, किससे रिलेटेड है, क्या रिक्वायर्ड स्टैंडर्ड्स होंगे, कितना करना पड़ेगा, सो क्या नहीं आएगा? राइट. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल एनालिसिस नहीं होगा. इट इज एन सेपरेट थिंग. ठीक है. चलो, लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट. इमीडिएट, impartial, consistent, corrective action with a warning is called red hot stove rule, common disciplinary rule, Cisco's disciplinary rule, yellow hot stove rule. Immediate, impartial, consistent. Correct. So the answer for this is red hot stove rule, given by Douglas McGregor. According to him, any disciplinary process or action within the organization have to be immediate, impartial in nature, and consistent for everyone, right? In a perception, to organize refers to Gestalt process, figure round principle, halo effect, attribution. To organize, जब हम perception की बात करते हैं, in an perception we get information. That information is sensed by our sensory organs. Then we gather or we organize, try to organize that information. Then we organize it and then we give the perception, final perception. So what is to organize? Gestalt process, figure round principle, halo effect, attribution. Yes, that is called as the Gestalt. So when you are organizing, summing up the things, when you are trying to organize the information, that is Gestalt process. Attribution is, what do you attribute? आप उससे क्या निकालते हो? पर्सनालिटी में आता है ये. ठीक है. The task oriented and the people oriented leadership concept were developed by Blake and Mountain, Maslow, Maxwell, Herzberg, the simplest one. Correct. So the answer for this is option number A. Let's move to the next. Which of the following OD intervention is used to improve the organizational structure? Management by objective, job redesign, T group team building, अप्रेजल फीडबैक, तो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर को इंप्रूव करना है, तो कौन सा मेथड यूज होगा? स्ट्रक्चर जॉब रीडिजाइन, हम स्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहे हैं। यस, जब हम स्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहे हैं, इट्स नॉट मैनेजमेंट बाय ऑब्जेक्टिव, नो, इट इज जॉब रीडिजाइन। स्ट्रक्चर करोगे ना, जब जॉब को आप रीडिजाइन करोगे, मतलब कहीं ना कहीं तो स्ट्रक्चर चेंज होगा, हायरार्की चेंज हो सकती है, ड्यूटीज रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज चेंज हो सकती है, सो जॉब रीडिजाइन। द लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर द डे, the term Kanban refers to the means of effective dialogue, the means of effective communication and visual control, a means of potential appraisal, all of the above. The word Kanban. The answer for this is a means of effective communication and visual control. Okay, it is related to this. Fine. So I am ending the session here. इतने questions आज के लिए. Next question we will be doing in our next class. I hope you enjoyed it, you liked it, and you found the session to be helpful. चलो, anyone who got all correct? Anyone who got all correct? There are more questions. बहुत सारे questions हैं जो हम टाइमली सॉल्व करेंगे इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. So I hope you got explanation for everything. Done. So this is the code Lakshmi K Live. When you have to subscribe for the plus classes, you can just go and check to the go and use the code Lakshmi K Live and get subscription for the plus. Right now on the plus, I am taking the complete course. चल रहा है, unit number 10 से शुरू किया है and 10 is completed. Right now we are doing unit number 5, फिर 6, 7 ऐसे करके चलेंगे, 7, 6 ऐसे करके backward direction में जाएंगे. So still if you want to go subscribe, you can use the code Lakshmi K Live and get an subscription. Fine. So that was the session for the day. Thank you so much. Give your feedback after the session and we will be meeting in our next YouTube session. And do follow me on Unacademy, subscribe to the channel, share with others and give your feedback in the comment section. Thank you so much.